Namaste children, myself Vishwanath. Today we are going to start the first English lesson, that is the fun they had. Here in this story we are going to learn about the future classes. This story describes how the future classes will be, and coincidentally we are also having a kind of future classes which we are going to learn in this lesson. So, before going to start this lesson, I'd like to introduce some of the characters which are in this lesson. The two main characters are there in this lesson, that is Margie and Tom. These two characters, they discuss about the classes which exist now but not in their time. I think you are getting some confusions now. What is their class and what is the class that which is the class that they are discussing, which doesn't exist? Means they are in the time of 2157. This is 2020 and they are in 2157. In her diary, her refers to Margie. In her diary, she has mentioned on 17th May 2157, she is going to mention what? Today, Tommy found a real book. What is that real book? The real book is that which we are seeing now. But in 2157, they will not be having any type of books that we are reading now. Actually, one of the picture tells you in the textbook, you can refer the textbook. In that, there is a picture where the schools of the future has been described through pictures. The schools of the future are having virtual classrooms, not like this. This is also a virtual classroom where the students are not there. Only through technology, by using technologies, we have started the learning process. So in future also the classes will be like this. So they are learning. They will be having schools in home itself. Even Margie also had, Tommy also have. So the future schools will be like that. They will be having virtual classes in their home itself, and they learn through computers, through internet. The learning will happen only through computers and through the internet. And one of the most funny thing is that teachers will not be like me. There will be robotic teachers. So picture is given in your textbook, you can refer. So robotic teachers will be there. Margie also having a robotic teacher, and Tommy also. So you are going to learn more about this in the lesson. Then they will not be having books like this, but they learn through e-books, or they can also be called telebooks. So maybe I'll give you an example of telebooks. You have seen the news channels nowadays, and every day you used to see the news channels. There will be scrolling, right? The telebooks are like that. So in this lesson, they are in future. Think that. Don't think about 2020. You have to think that you all are. You all are with Margie and Tommy. You are also one of the friends of them. So they are in 2157, and they will not like we have now, and there is no textbooks, there is no books at all, even they are not writing, they have to write tests, notes, everything in punch codes, and then there will be no teacher. Teacher will be there, but not like us who can who can interact with you. So teacher will be there, but he will be a robot. So in this lesson, what happened? What happened one day? Tommy, he was searching something in his home. He was searching something. Suddenly he got a thing which is having text in it, and he was surprised, and he showed that to Margie. He told that he had found in the morning while cleaning his attic. Attic means one of the roof. Below the roof, one more roof will be there. That is called attic. There he found a real book. Actually, they are familiar with telebooks. They did not see any books like we are using nowadays. We are using now. So what happens? He shares. He shows that book to Margie, and Margie also was surprised by seeing that book, and they discussed about this. What actually they discussed is the book which he had found was exist in past. For them it is past, for us it is present. So they were having fun by getting knowledge about the past schools, past books, past examinations, everything. But Margie actually she hates schools usually. That's why she doesn't want to discuss about any school related matters. Behind this there are so many reasons. It is also described. It is also explained in the lesson. Why she actually hates school is she was doing very worst in her geographic chapters, geographic lessons, so that her robotic teacher was giving more and more tests for her, and she used to write every day, many times, for many times. Still, she was scoring less, and because of that, she was very sad. She was not interested in schools. So, what happened? Her mother, because of this type of progress, she called a county inspector. County inspector is that one who cares, one who takes care of the robotic teachers. So once when Markie's mother called county teacher, he came to set up the thing, to set up robotic teacher, because her geography was very worse. Geography result was very worse. So when county teacher came, he was very bad person. He gave an apple to Margie and he started working with the robotic teacher. He had to set up that. He had to repair that. What happens? She used to think, while as you think that the teacher should not come to our class sometimes, like whenever teacher is absent, you will be getting free class, no? So you are going to enjoy this, enjoy that moment. So she also wanted to have fun without teacher, because no homework, no exams. What happens here? She is wishing that the teacher should be taken away for repair for many days. What happened there? What made her to think like this is, once Tommy's robotic teacher also, actually all the students will be having robotic teacher in their home itself. So once Tommy's history part was damaged, his teacher was taken away to set up that robotic teacher. so he got free for many days. That type of freedom she wanted. Now also she wanted to, she wished that the county teacher should forget how to set up, how to reinstall the parts of the robotic teacher, and it should get damaged and should be taken away. But it was not, that didn't happen, because geography, he reported her mother, Margie's mother, that the geography part of that robotic teacher was little fast. Because of that, Margie was doing worse. He set up the robotic teacher and he went away. And when it comes for her, when Margie and Tom, because of these reasons, she hated her schools. So when Margie and Tommy discussed about the schools which exist very long ago, means nowadays classes, because they are in 2157. So they are discussing the schools which exist now, but not in their time. So when they started knowing about these type of classes, they found it very fun. That's why the title was given, The Fun They Had. So they started thinking about how were the classes. In classes, many students will be there. They were talking to each other. They were caring each other. They were sharing their food. They were sharing their notes. Everything. They came to know Tommy and Margie. So they discussed about all these which we are having at the schools nowadays. They discussed about the teacher, one who cares, one who questions, one who seeks answers from the students, and the teachers also caring, So like that, Margie also wanted teachers like us in the sense the teachers, human teachers. Then they wanted to come to school in a particular place, because Margie has her school in her home itself. But she wanted to go to school in a particular place where all the friends, all her classmates will come. Then they wanted to share, care, chat, and they wanted to play. Everything she wanted to do. When they discussed, they wished to have schools like us, which exist now, but which will not be existed in 2157. So this story was written by Isaac Simov. You can search the details in the internet, and along with that I am going to give you some questions. Please note it down and answer them and send back to me. The first question is, do you like the future schools? Do you like the future schools? If you like, you have to write why. If you don't like, also you have to write why. This is the first question. Do you like the future schools? Why? Question mark. Why not? Question mark. Next question. Describe county inspector and mechanical teacher, robotic teacher. Next question. Describe the reasons that made Margie to hate schools. Why she was hating school? You have to write. Last question. compare the future classes and the classes now. Means you have to differentiate both the schools. So I will continue. If you have any doubts, you can ask me through group. In the group, you can ask, you can raise questions. Have a nice day.